Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Caira. I live in Chicago and I love showing off different people's apartments here in Chicago. And today you are in for quite a treat because I think this might truly be my Italian hands. One of the most beautiful apartments I've ever been in Chicago. There is no view that beats this, like I'm truly convinced. So I am very, very excited to show you today Stephanie's apartment.
Brought you a coffee.
Thank you so much. This apartment is so beautiful and Stephanie has done such amazing job like stylizing it to like your taste, and I'm very, very excited to see it today. So Steph, do you want to tell them a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Yes, so Caira and I are partners with Team Maven at Compass, and we are real estate brokers in the city. I moved here from Wisconsin 6.5 years ago, and I've lived in 4 different neighborhoods, and I've lived in 6 different apartments, and this is hands down my favorite apartment ever.
It's a good thing we didn't show the other 6 then.
I just got such a great COVID deal. I paid $3,000 a month, $3,300 with parking, and that is a COVID rate for sure. I think pre-COVID it was like $4,000 just for the market rate, and then my renewal is actually like $3,800 with parking.
Wow.
So that's why I'm moving this week. And I'm so sad.
She's literally, movers are dropping off boxes today, so we had to fit this one in. This is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and what is the square feet on this apartment?
It's about 950 square feet. We're on the 48th floor out of 50 stories. It's the penthouse level, so we have like 11-foot ceilings versus 9-foot ceilings, floor to ceiling. I think this living room like beats some 2-bedroom living room floor plans because you don't always get to fit a dining room table. So that's like my favorite part about it, because I love hosting and I love to cook, and I like insist that people eat dinner at the dining room table.
We've had many, many, many great nights with our team here. That being said, let's go ahead and show off your apartment. Thank you for the coffee, it's delicious.
Hello, welcome home. I love how you walk into the foyer and it's kind of like a separate area and it's not wasted space. This is a west-facing apartment, so you get sunsets and it is absolutely beautiful, and I am absolutely never complaining about it. But there are just some moments where I have to work in the desk in the foyer because it's too sunny out here. So it's nice to have lots of different spaces to work from.
I'm gonna pop up video of the sunsets here because they are unreal. Last year we did Friendsgiving here and the sunset was so good. There's just a video of like all 11 of us at the windows just like, oh my God.
But yeah, let's preface this by saying that majority of the items you see in my apartment are from different like model apartments that I've fallen in love with all over Chicago in the different apartment buildings that we show every day.
Great inspiration.
And I use Google Lens anytime I see something that I love. So it's an app, you just pull up your phone and take a picture of something that you like this side chair, and it will pull up and say, oh, that's from West Elm, and maybe they have it in like 3 other places, maybe it's cheaper, and that's how I've decorated my whole place. But yeah.
Sponsored by Google Lens.
I love how open concept this apartment is, again, because I host so much. So with a team of 15, I mean, we can have like everybody here, everyone has a seat, and it's all like open flow. Everyone's hanging out, even though it's kind of 3 separate areas. I love to cook so much, so I love how the kitchen island opens up to the whole space.
Let's talk about the couch. Like, how long have you had the couch?
This couch has been in every apartment I've lived in, except for the first one.
This couch is massive. Like, I can't believe you fit in a convertible.
So I don't think it's gonna make it to the next place, but it's been, again, there's like 8 seats here, so it's great. This TV console is one of my newest additions. When I moved into this apartment, I waited like 3 months for this to arrive. It's from West Elm, and it just like fits so nicely with all the different blue colors here while still making it like neutral, and yeah, just having those pops of color, and then all along with all my plants and stuff just makes me, plants make me happy. I'm definitely a plant mom, even though I don't always keep them all alive, but
no one ever does. If someone tells you they keep all their plants alive, they're lying in your face. Okay, I just need to also highlight, like, Woody is just like posing now.
This is Woody's penthouse. He loves the views more than I do, I think.
All right, let's take a look at your kitchen.
Welcome to my kitchen, because it's huge. It has everything I could ever want and so much storage. I do wish it just had like a little pantry, but I think, you know, it's an apartment. I don't know many apartment buildings that give you a kitchen pantry.
They are very hard to find in Chicago.
But you can makeshift, you know, and honestly, I've watched your like smaller storage videos, and I've used like a lot of those tips. Like in my laundry room, I have a little side cart thing that you roll in, and it's perfect. And I use a lot of this for pantry space as well. But I love how it's an actual island. I have 3 bar stools here. And again, I love to host and I love to cook. And I want people to sit here and like stay here while I cook. So I got bar stools that are very comfortable with backs. And I think it's like worth the extra investment. And I love my 5-burner range over here. I have a griddle pan that goes on here. So like in the winter, I can make my burgers and steaks inside. I think I made shrimp for you guys once. Like,
Oh, you've made me steak on it.
oh, I did?
Yeah.
Inside?
Yeah, you did the steak and potato salad.
Oh, yes.
Delicious. Stephanie is a really freaking great cook. Stephanie's also single.
Very single.
Me with all my friends.
This is also probably like my favorite piece ever. I saw an Instagram, like on my search feed, I randomly saw this girl making coasters. So imagine like this little guy. And I was like, oh my gosh, I like want that gigantic on my wall. Like, and so I just DM'd this girl that made these coasters. And I'm like, hey, can you make me some bigger piece like that? Like, do you do that? She's like, well, no, but you just inspired me and now I can't even wait. Like, I'm gonna do it. And even if you don't buy it, like I'm making these. And this was the final product. So, and I'm like absolutely obsessed. So this is my little bar area and it's really heavy duty. It was like $200 or $300. Fits everything I need. I have a good mix of liquors here and cute little decanters that I've gotten from, this is from like CB2 and this was actually a hand-me-down. This is probably like my favorite, one of my favorite things in my apartment, this painting. So when I moved in here, I had all these walls and so much to fill. And I've never been like a huge art person. This apartment totally inspired me to like really get into art and find pieces that speak to me. A week after I moved into this apartment that I toured some clients through one of my favorite buildings, I saw these photos on the wall that I've always seen there, but I was like, oh my gosh, like I love that. I have to have that in the amenity spaces in the lobby. And I just emailed the property manager. I'm like, who's the artist? And usually like sometimes they won't tell you. So I bought this piece and I was like torn which one to get. And I ended up going with her. The painting came and Marta sent me an extra piece, like a thank you piece. And it's the small one that I have in my bathroom.
Oh,
and I'm
that's
like,
so cool.
It was so special. I loved it. Marta Spendowska, thank you, love you. And then I use this little area for Woody's like food and whatnot. I have a little bath mat underneath it because he is a mess, but kind of helps a little bit. So this lamp is cool. I got this lamp. I think this is from West Elm, and it was a pretty like bigger purchase for me. It wasn't like super cheap, but it wasn't expensive, but it was right when I moved in here. Woody was still a puppy and he chewed the frickin' cord and like broke the lamp. And I called West Elm and they're like, no, you can't just get another cord. You have to like buy another lamp. Told my friend who like is like he can do anything, he can fix anything. He just recorded it for me.
No way.
So don't buy another lamp. Find a handyman and they can, all we did was buy a cord from Amazon for like $3 and he re-put it in there for me. I think the table is like hands down my favorite piece in this apartment. It's like,
I want like a sound bit of every time she said is my favorite piece in the apartment because there's been a few of them.
I think there's
my
like
place.
3. I think there's 3 favorite things. And it's that painting and that custom art piece that was designed, and then this table. This table I found again in like another apartment, a model apartment, and I asked them where it was from, or actually I used Google Lens I think, and it's like from West Elm. And then I got these chairs, I can't remember, but they're not from Amazon because I got 4 from Amazon and they lasted like 3 months. And I had a friend come over and he sat down and it like broke.
Oh no.
And I was like, this is the most embarrassing thing ever.
And your
Bookshelves
bookshelves
are my favorite. Everyone thinks these bookshelves are built in or like came with the apartment, but I did install them myself. They're 3 individual bookshelves from Crate and Barrel, and then it took me like forever to fill in the pieces here. This is hands down my favorite thing on the shelf, and it's this thing that Caira got made for me, and it's a little kind of like caricature of her and I from a photo shoot that we did, like our 3rd photo shoot with the team, and it just says Maven, but it's like, it's so special to me. She also got me this soup book for like my birthday one year because she knows me so well and I love to cook and I love soup.
And who doesn't like soup is
Woody likes soup too. He was very excited. He wanted the pea soup.
She has like a couple cool little like real estate accolades of like all of the amazing things you've done. So
yeah, it just reminds me, it just like, these are like my gratitude things. Like I literally come and I like, most mornings I look out at my view and I'm just like, I love you, Chicago. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for Maven and all of that. And it reminds me of all the things that I've accomplished and how to keep pushing and keep, growing. So. I got this piece in Portugal. Portugal's like my most favorite country I've ever traveled to. I had like the best experience ever. And this just reminds me of all those great times and I can't wait to go back. So my room is nice and big. You can definitely fit a king size bed in here, but I just kept my queen. I love it. And there's plenty of room for 2 nightstands on either side. I really just like filled it with life and all the plants in here. Again, I face west, so the sun sets here, and I think I've literally closed these blinds like 3 times. And I love my big walk-in closet. It's massive. I put a little bookshelf in there to add even more like storage and put like my purses and more shoes on there. And then I actually asked the building for more racks and they helped me readjust things. So definitely a good tip that I always tell all of my clients, like when you move in, you just have 1 rack if it's like the metal closets versus like custom closets. And I always say you can just take that rack and move it up and add another one. If the building won't do it for you, TaskRabbit, other handyman can easily do it for you. It's like so affordable. Good little tip. And this is my favorite apartment I've ever had. And I'm so sad to leave. Woody and I love this area. We live right on the river and the river walk. And so we spend every morning walking on the river walk and taking in the sunrises and the sunsets. And we're gonna miss it over here.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I was so excited to show off this apartment. Stephanie, thank you so much for letting us show off your space. Your apartment is beautiful. I'm like quite sad for you that you're leaving this one, but an end of a really great era and onto a really, really new, exciting project for you too, which is so fun. I can't wait to see your new space.
Thanks for joining, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tour.
If you have any questions at all, feel free to comment down below. I think she did a really great job of telling you where just about everything is from. And if you haven't already, hit that big red subscribe button. I'm always posting new videos of new people's apartments in Chicago, and I would love for you to follow along. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.